Nothing shatters a community's sense of safety faster than the echo of bullets in a place meant for prayer and learning. But here's where it gets controversial. While grief unites us, debates over why this keeps happening threaten to tear us apart. Wednesday evening in Minneapolis, neighbors gathered at multiple candlelit vigils to mourn 2 young lives stolen and to demand real change. The solemn gatherings spilled into streets and parks as families clutched flickering candles and shared stories of loss and resilience. Callie Poling, who once sat in those same pews as a student at Annunciation Catholic School and now walks her own children to school, struggled to hold back tears. "You never think it could strike in your own backyard," she said. "Now, as a mum, I just can't fathom the terror those kids endured this morning." According to police, a 23-year-old gunman opened fire through the windows of the Church of the Annunciation just as students gathered for a special mass to mark the start of the school year. 2 children, ages 8 and 10, were killed. 14 more children and 3 parishioners in their 80s were wounded. This marks the 44th school shooting in the United States this year, and is one of at least 286 mass shootings logged so far by the Gun Violence Archive. It's also the 4th deadly shooting in Minneapolis in just 24 hours. And this is the part most people miss. Behind every statistic lies a family shattered, a neighborhood reeling. At a vigil in nearby Richfield, Poling stood alongside her husband and daughter in the thick, heavy air. "I've never felt grief this deep," she said. "Annunciation has always been a close-knit community for me." When I heard what happened, I needed to stand with them. Laura Puringer, 31, an alumna of Blessed Trinity, the sister school to Annunciation, felt a pang of recognition when she saw the green polo shirts and navy pants the students wore. "I could have been one of those kids," she said. "We're here because enough is enough. Showing up is the only way to demand change." Vincent Francois focused on helping his daughter recover from the trauma. She told a counselor she truly believed she was going to die. "The mental weight, the panic, it's new territory for us," he said. "Day by day, we cling to this community for support." In Linhart Park, parents and children donned red T-shirts emblazoned with "Protect Minnesota," a coalition committed to preventing gun violence. They stood shoulder to shoulder, candles pressed to their hearts, determined not to let this moment pass in silence. Mayor Jacob Frey addressed the crowd with a mix of sorrow and resolve. "These children were literally in prayer when the shots rang out," he said. He praised the faculty who threw themselves on top of kids to shield them. "They may have saved countless more lives." Frey left no doubt, "Don't let anyone tell you it's not about the guns, because it is." Minneapolis City Council member Emily Koski spoke for parents everywhere. "You walk your child to school or church believing it's a safe place. To have that ripped away in an instant is devastating." Just blocks away, the Democratic National Committee abruptly adjourned its summer meeting when news of the shooting broke. DNC Chair Ken Martin, a Minnesota native, reminded attendees that the state had already endured the politically motivated slaying of former House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband earlier this year. Governor Tim Walz lauded law enforcement's heroic work and said he'd spoken with President Donald Trump, who ordered flags at half-staff through Sunday. "There are no words to erase this pain," Walz said. "Keep us in your prayers, yes, but also keep us in your plans for action." Across the globe, even the Vatican weighed in. In a brief statement, Pope Leo XIV expressed profound sorrow over the deaths and injuries. Now we turn to you. What do you believe must happen next? Can legislation alone stop this cycle of violence, or is a broader cultural shift the key? Share your perspective below and join the conversation.